going on, everyone? It's Monday today, and looking forward to working on some fun storyboards. I'm gonna do some. Gonna go back in. Kind of. There's some parts in the acting for Seffi that I kind of want to redo. After I posted a video of the storyboard so far, and thanks for all the likes and views on that, everybody. And I was kind of looking over and I was like, you know what? I feel like her acting was kind of still jilted because I think I had like a hand on the steering wheel, which wasn't very clear, and I feel like I can make the some of the action that she's doing hitting the TV. I don't know, free up, give her a little more fun action. So that's kind of the stuff I want to work on. I want to continue on with the storyboard too, and keep working on it. But yeah, just a few little notes I want to tweak here and there, and kind of give it a nice, good polish on these poses before I go any further. So that's the plan for the day. And anyway, so hope everyone is having fun today. I got Caratoons in the chat. How's it going, Caratoons? What's up, sweetie? And anyone else? Can I check who's in the chat right now? And no one I recognize, but hope everyone's having a good Monday. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my little sketch for the day, and I'll go ahead and close this. And let's get started on my storyboard. And so where I got last week. And thank you, by the way, for being patient with me last week. On Friday, I did not stream because I got sick, and I'm feeling a heck of a lot better now. But yeah, I thought I was dehydrated, but maybe there is a bug going around. So I don't know. Maybe I caught that bug or whatever. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot better now. So let's hear. Oh, hey, Chaos Tune's in the chat. What's going on, Chaos Tune? Chaos Tune is saying that you're snowed in a foot of freaking snow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what snow is. I live in Southern California. We just had a ton of rain, but that's crazy to hear, man. I hope you're staying inside and keeping warm. All right. Let's see here. So where I've got with the board so far is I've got my opening, and I'm liking this. I might wanna maybe have the ship bouncing around, but since I don't have any dialogue figured out yet, I might just hold that until I get some scratched audio in there. But in the meantime, this is the pose I was talking about that's bugging me. Like, it works, but I don't know. Like, I think this hand isn't clear. I don't know what's going on with it. It just doesn't seem to work. So I think I'm gonna go in and change this pose. And so I'm gonna go in with this pose right here, and let's just change this because I like this opening right here. And then when she pulls back, I think she should be doing something different with her hands, because that pose with her just on the steering wheel, that wasn't working. Maybe oh, let's try this out. Maybe she's got her hand on it like she's banging it. There we go. So she puts her hand up and bangs on it. It brings her to life a little bit more than having. I got a little bit lazy, I admit, on this pose, and I should have probably moved it. And actually, to make this part feel a little bit better, let's put the steering wheel here as part of like the console, and then let's have her other hand actually doing something, because that motion of her just going from like the hand here to being up, that just didn't feel right. So let's maybe she's really angry at this thing. There we go. So let's put her arm up like this, and I'm gonna make this arm into a group. That way I can put some white underneath it, and that'll make it a little more visible. This was something that I like to do when I was working at Warner Brothers on the animatics I was doing, because it would be a great way to kind of make sure my drawings were clear and you could see when things were maybe on like a different level. So there we go. So she's like, what is wrong with this thing? And then she'll start hitting it, and then we can copy this arm pose and put it on the other frames. And I think that'll work a lot better. I'm already liking it already, and I've just barely looked at it, and I'm already liking this better. And this is the kind of thought process you want to do when you want to have when you're doing storyboards. You want to always be looking at it, always be looking to refine it, um, because you might come back to it and realize like, oh, I could do this a lot better, or this could change. There's always a change you can do to it. It's also good to kind of like be finished. Have a moment where your board is done, because you don't want to work on it forever. But at the same time, you want to it's good to keep thinking in that way and being analytical. And did that not copy over? That did not copy over. And keep thinking about it. Think of different ways you can plus. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm not copying the right keyframe. That would explain it. There we go. Whoops. Now I'm caught. Well, come on. I'm gonna say it again. I need this dang keyboard. This dang keyboard is killing me. Like it's like the keys I use the most too. It's my option key and my control key it's either sticky or it doesn't work. And that's why I keep saying I need a new keyboard. All right, here we go. Now it's working better. Bam, bam, bam. And then when she's pressing buttons, let's actually have this hand press buttons too. So she's doing like a punch, 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 punch. Let's see here. What's going on in the chat? Chaos Tune is talking about his snow. Chaos Tune says your kids might like it. It's perfect snowman and sledding material. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Caratoon says I'd rather visit snow than live in snow. I think I'm the same mind mentality. My dad lives in Montana half the year, and he always talked about like minus 40-degree weather or negative 20-degree weather, and you have to worry about your pipes freezing and all these different things. And I am such a wussy Southern California person. I'm like, I can't even fathom that. I'll deal with earthquakes. That's what I'll deal with. I'll deal with the chance of an earthquake than have to worry year after year about my pipes freezing or something like that. That just sounds ridiculous. Caretoon says notes are good, not nitpicking to death though. Don't want to lose the energy. That's absolutely right. You don't want to noodle something to death. You want to keep with that energy, keep with the flow of the drawing. But and in this case, Karen says I heard that you almost said plus it up. I'll say plus it up. You want to be making sure you plus it up. That's a very buzzwordy thing. But it's a very buzzword thing to say, but it holds true. Like you want to keep thinking of ways to plus it up, but you don't want to overthink it. Like I said, you want to have get it to a point where you like it and then move on, because it's easy to get stuck on one part. Like I could sit here and noodle these poses forever, but then I wouldn't get done with the whole thing. I need to kind of just get it to where I like it and move on. And I just kind of looked at it, and that's the balance you got to find. And it takes a while to get to that. It takes practice. It takes thinking about it. It takes experience. And I was guilty of that. Really, first off, I wasn't thinking enough. I was going too quickly. And then when I was told like, oh, just one of the notes I got was, take some extra time just to sort of like rethink your storyboards, or just kind of go in and improve your acting a little bit. And I completely swung the pendulum the other way, and I overthought everything, and I added too many poses, and I had overthought all my things, and so it took me a while to kind of like get that needle into the right part in my thinking. And the only way to get that is just by practicing. It's just by doing it. So if you want to improve your storyboards, if you want to improve that in your drawing, if you want to improve that in anything that you're working, it just takes time, and you have to kind of like test the boundaries of both sides and just kind of like find that point that you like. And it takes time, and it takes experience to get there. But that's what you want to try and hit. You want to try and find that nice spot to where you know what, that's good enough. Let's keep moving. Don't let perfection be the enemy of the good. Don't rather have something. I can't remember who says it, but um, it's better to get something done than have it be perfect, is basically the idea. And that's the case I want to do here. But in this case, yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, you know what? I There's something that just isn't sitting right, and I'm glad I'm changing it, and I'm liking the way it's coming out. And I don't want to spend too much time on these poses, just to but I just it's a quick thing. I can go in and quickly add it and make that improvement. And I think yeah, just so uh I've gotten this to work for my lazy brain by saying, hey, it's just a little bit of work for a bonus. And the bonus is that it's just gonna take me a few little extra drawings, a few little tweaks, and I can get this to look even better. And so that's kind of like what my has been my motivation to kind of help my brain get to that. Yeah, Cartoon says perfection, enemy of the good and such. Is that from something? I know. I think it was like a political quote, but I can't remember the artist that says. I think it was like maybe it might have been a line from like Bobby Chu or something like that. But it's like it's the idea of um, it's in politics it means something. It's something slightly different, but for artists it's like you're working on a piece or you're working on a project, and you're trying to get it to be perfect, when instead you just want to get it. It's better to just get it done, and go over and nitpick it. Don't nitpick your work as you're working on it. This was a lesson I learned when I was doing caricatures, because you could sit there and draw and sketch and do your character, really really finesse your lines and get it looking really good. But in the end, you had to have a complete caricature, and you need to get it done because you need to draw other customers. And if you didn't get those customers in a decent amount of time, you were going to lose those customers. So it's kind of finding like that middle ground where it's like, well, I need to get it done. And um it's like I said, it's lessons along the way, and you kind of figure out where you stand and where you want to make your work on as you're going through. Cartoons is saying Sylvia Plath. Is that who says the worst enemy to creativity is self doubt? Is that who said that? Is that Sylvia Plath? Because that's another good quote, because that's self doubt. Oh boy, that's self doubt. And shoot, I didn't draw an object drawing mode. Let me fix that. Draw these poses in object drawing mode. I did a whole bunch of work. It's so funny. I'm for the freelance project. I'm kind of going a little off script as far as like the way I want to produce. I usually produce artwork or produce animations, and I'm doing I've made all the backgrounds in Illustrator, so they look really nice and crisp because I can really get down into the details on them. But the characters and all their animations, I'm doing in um, let's see. Actually, this would be pushing the button, because I'm alternating them. So let's put this in the right place. So let's make that a group, and let's yeah, like normally what I do for the production that I'm used to is I would make all the characters and artwork in Illustrator as well. Like I would do it all in Illustrator, and then animate it in Animate. And in this case, the backgrounds I did in Illustrator, but the characters I'm hand drawing and cleaning up in Flash itself, because the animation is I don't want to sit and build like full rigs for these characters, because the level of animation that is in these freelance This freelance project that I'm doing is nothing near like that kind of level. Like I don't want to just they're it's really quick animation. It's really limited animation, and so I don't want to get bogged down in thinking about animating out all these full rigs and stuff. So I'm just kind of going in, and I'm almost treating it more like a cleaned up storyboard than than animation in the traditional way I was thinking. And hopefully I'll get a chance to share them with you. If anything, when they get done, I'll definitely post them up on my website at billjassel.com, and you can see you can see them. All right, so this is kind of working. Although that's a far move for that arm just to press a button. I don't think you'd press a button like by doing this one like this and then boop boop. That doesn't work well. So let's put my anticipation pose a little bit closer. There we go. All right, let's see here. Oh, I've lulled the chat into silence again. I must be giving out some good information. I find yeah, usually the chat goes silent when I'm working good because everyone is paying attention. I guess. I hope so. I hope that's what's happening. Or I might just be boring everyone and they're all like, "Oh, let's stop watching this guy." Um, let's see here. Yeah, I had her drawn. Let's. What is that piece? Oh, that piece is on the outside of the group. Okay, there we go. That's looking that's looking a little bit better. And why are those pieces there? There we go. So she presses the button, she presses it, going back and forth, and then I know she does two different button presses. And so pressing all the buttons, that needs to be this one. And let's grab the arm pose from here. And let's put it over here. There we go. Press. There we go. That's looking much better. Let's see here. Chastune says, "Sorry guys, client emailed me. I'm going over revisions, and Caratoon is just delivering your last retakes." Oh, sorry guys, you're super busy. I'm taking the chat being dead as everyone is listening. Well, there I go. I'm getting my ego in the way again. All right, so let me. I've got these last. I'm not gonna worry about this being. Okay, so she presses the buttons, and you know what? Let's just leave it at that. I'm not gonna overthink this because I could do that. I could totally overthink this, and I don't want to do that. Oops. Come on. Hold option, copy. There we go. Okay, there we go. So bang, bang, punch, boop, 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 boop. All right, there we go. Much better. Boop, boop, boop. We cut in, and let's have her there, And then she's, why isn't this thing working? And because we're doing more with this arm. Whoops. Let's bring this arm over to do more things. And so, like, in fact, let's, oop, come on. Let's save, because I'm getting my weird drawing thing isn't working. Come on, you can stay with me, program. So let's change this pose to be a little more makes sense after the one she just did, because she's pressing the buttons. And then let's bring it up like this. And do like that. So she's like, why isn't this thing working? Pressing buttons. And now she's upset. And come on, keyboard. You're killing me here, keyboard. There we go. And then, yeah, I'm tired. I don't know why I did this pose. It's such a dumb pose. Let's just, so in this one, her hand is here as she's looking, and then we'll just bring that hand down. There we go. Come on, let's get rid of that. Paste that in place. Same thing here. That's kind of the cool thing about using the camera tool in this situation, is that I can just keep the drawings all stay in the same place. And that hand can just sort of stay there. And she lifts her head up, and there we go. All right, there we go. That one little change has been made, and I think it's better for it. She's a little more animated now. Yeah, that's feeling much better. Because before it was just half the body was not moving. And this is looking much better. All right, let's see here. What's going on here? Chaos Tune. Oh my God, this client. I just had to send this. They're referencing the wrong file. Those screenshots are from V4. Last file I sent you was V5. Oh. Oh yeah, I've been there with clients. It's so frustrating. Oh yeah, Cartoons, exactly. You spoke my mind already, Cartoons. Chaos 2, and I feel like going all the way to Africa to kick this guy. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that's what you're going through, Chaos Tune. Yeah, I think we've all been there with freelance clients. I hope things work out for you. I hope it doesn't get too frustrating for you. I recently had an interesting thing with because I teach a class in cartooning, and I don't want to bring it too much because I don't want to single anyone out on it, but I had interesting in some circumstance with students and stuff, and that's pouring through my mind and stuff, and um yeah, like I don't know. That's something. Maybe because I've had this happen a couple times with students that I've taught, where I don't know. I think I might have to wait to talk about it, but maybe I'll talk about it later, because I don't want it to be like I don't want someone to maybe figure out who it is I'm talking about, but yeah, it was an interesting situation. Nothing bad or terrible, but it's just been on my mind, and is like it's all about, like, getting work in late, and I don't know, it's on the top of my head, but I don't want to talk about it right now, so I'll just shut my mouth and not worry about it. All right, so let's see here. I did some more. I did one more change, and I did this off camera, and that was to this part with Marfa opening the map. So she's got her Thompson's Universal Map Guide here, and she started to unfold it. And instead of her doing like a whole bunch of millions unfold, I just thought I'd keep it simple and just have her, unfold it in one quick move, and then we can cut to all these more folds, and I think this would work as a good montage of it over and over again. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this out a whole bunch of frames. So I just have a whole bunch to work with, and I'm just going to repeat this over and over again, like this sequence of drawings. But every time I'm going to shorten the shorten the length of time by about 2 frames, so that these actions will get smaller, will get quicker every time. In fact, I think there's a way I can do this just with, there we go, let's shorten it this way. So hopefully that should make things quicker. No, not quick enough. I think I gotta do this. I gotta do this the old-fashioned way. So let's do it this way. Let's take all these, bring them in 2. Take all these, bring them in 2. Take all these frames, bring them in 2, and keep going until I've got the timing that I want here. And the idea is that it's like a montage of sound effects. So fold, 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 and then eventually we'll get to the last part, and it's going to be just a giant map inside the ship. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll bring it over, and then we'll do it again. We'll shorten everything by 2 frames. Or at least go down to 2 frames if it's that quick. Let's see here. Let's see how that feels. Fold, 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 fold. Okay, there's too much space in here, so let's decrease that. I don't know how that got so big. That shouldn't be that big. Fold. And then this can get quicker too. So it's at least just down. There we go. So fold, 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 fold. And then let's see here. Let's go to my my rough. And what was next after this folding sequence? Oh, that's right. Okay, so then we have Sephi staring up at a mountain, a big shadow, and then we cut to outside and we see the ship just totally covered in maps. Or did we go here? Let's draw these sequences out and see what actually feels better in order. All right, so let's grab a Sephi. Actually, let's move all these down to a layer like this one. There we go. What's going on in the chat here? Oh, you guys still talking about Chaos Tunes client? Caratoons asks, is he even getting mad at you for that stuff, or are you putting in the right version? It's always so great. Why didn't you address my noted blah 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 blah? Let's see here. Now he's trying to say the new version is wrong, and why are they referencing the old one then? Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. Let's see here. Chaos Tune says, "Oh, I'm fine. Spent 10 years in direct sales, so you have alligator skin." Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, direct sales. That puts that lets you roll those comments off like a duck, like water off a duck's back. But it's still tough. It's still tough to hear, and it's frustrating, especially in creative endeavors. It always feels like it gets harder. In fact, I'm gonna duplicate these one more time just to really accentuate the fact that this is going really fast. There's so many folds. And I don't know, who knows? I might take this scene out. Um, I don't know. I'll have to see how this sounds like. I'll have to see how this process goes with sound effects. I don't know. It's not really feeling like. It's not really feeling that. Excuse me. That clear at the moment. But I like it so far, and I'm gonna keep going with it. I'll go back over it once I get all these sequences the actual in the actual board. All right. So next one is we have Sephi, and what's gonna have and let's go ahead and put maybe a ground plane here for our background, just to give myself a sense of where what's actually going on here, and maybe we'll put some perspective lines just to kind of give myself an idea of what I'm looking at here. All right, and then Sephi is going to be here, and let's put this on. And then yeah, so she's looking up at something big right here. And we'll put in like a shadow. You know what? Forget. You know what? Let's actually put in like a big shape. We'll do it this way. So let's do. Let's take a layer of black, and we'll put like a shape in here, just because I think that'll read a little bit clearer that it's a shadow if we actually make it look like a shadow. And we can even have that shadow. I got an idea. Yeah, let's have the shadow uh maybe grow. I think that might be fun. So it's like she's watching this thing like just get bigger and bigger. So it kind of moves like that. Shadow gets bigger, and let's actually put this on 0. So it's getting bigger, and you know what? We can actually make this thing kind of rumble a little bit. There we go. So now as it grows bigger, it'll rumble. I don't know, just an idea. All right, and then according to my rough, we do a shot of the exterior of the ship, and let's see what this looks like. So we've got, here's the ship. With its little fins. And it's just map. Maybe pictures of galaxies and planets all over it. It's obviously folded on itself many times. darn space. And, you know, I'm going to make, just so that I can make it easier to select or change, I'm going to make the ship a group. And then, because right now I want to make it a little bit smaller. And then, so there's the ship. And then we're going to cut to inside the ship. And I'm thinking, because I'm trying to play this out in my head, and I think because in this one I wrote an arrow over here, like we're supposed to go from here to here. And let me read what it says. Marfa, hold on, just one more fold to go. And let's see, we're here. Okay, yeah. So this is supposed to. So we're supposed to go from here to here. All right. See, this is where I gotta make sure I'm following my notes correctly. I'm glad I put that arrow in here, and I had some dialogue to go here because now this makes more sense. So I'm getting out of order here. So I'm gonna do. So let's put this one over here, and then this is gonna be the interior of the ship again, and we're gonna use the same shot here. So I'm gonna use the same foreground element over here, and the same background elements, which is over here. But now we have Marfa and Sephi just covered in maps. So let's grab Marfa and her chair. Grab Marfa and Sephi's chair. I just want the chair. Don't want all of Sephi. I just want the chair. Just give me the dang chair. All right, so let's make that a group. Let's paste on the outside, and then grab the chair as well. Cut those. Oops. Cut those, and we'll bring those over here. There we go. Let's draw Sephi's chair in here a little bit better. There we go. So now I have placeholders for where they need to be. And let's cover the whole thing in map. Hey, what is going on? Free67. Free67 is in here. He says, waves, hello to the peeps. What is going on, Free67? How was your weekend? How was it? I had a pretty good weekend. Let's see here. How did I do that? Okay, so yeah, we've got them here. And we just want to have like... So before I draw Marfa and Sephi in here, let's just do like map parts everywhere. Let's figure out how that's going to look. I think just map folds and pages. I think all over the place. Everywhere, I think, is what we want to go for. And we'll kind of just have the pieces of the map kind of making a frame around them. So we'll just kind of make like, let's see here. How did I do that? What's my rough? The rough really helps. Okay. So yeah, Marfa's going to be here. So let's put Marfa, let's get Marfa in here. And because she's still looking at the map. map is everywhere. Just all over the place. I think having this grid will make it pretty clear. It's helping kind of delineate which direction the map is and what part it's actually showing. I think Sephi is just sort of like up on her chair. Like, what is going on? And then we've got more map. All right, so now I want to consolidate all my map drawings here. So let's do that. Let's get this part of Marfa's map pieces all put together. So this is all going to be Marfa. So let's make that a group, and then we'll select everything else and we'll put it back on the same layer with the map. So let's get Sephi. Sephi needs to go on her own layer. I got a little too zealous and drew everything all on one layer. So let's group her, put her on her layer, and then everything else should be the map. There we go. And the overlay. And there we go. We've got just this giant universal galactic map all over the place. And here's where at this point in the boarding process, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'll leave these details up to the background designer. Which will end up probably being me. But I'm gonna just kind of, and then I'm just gonna kind of leave this available, and then because I want this to be, I don't want to see the background behind any of this map. What I'll do is I'll make this a group, and then actually let's do this. Let's make it a symbol. Let's call it map room, because it's taking up the room. And then I'll turn off my camera, and then I can jump inside of it. And it's not blurring out the behind. No, well, I guess not. Well, anyways, let's put white behind all the places that doesn't have. You know what? That's so weird that it didn't. Well, I'll just have to do it myself. I'm going to take a white screen and just kind of screen out everything behind it. Because for some reason, it normally when you dive into a symbol, it grays out everything behind it. But in this case, it isn't doing that for me. So instead, I'm just gonna create a screen for myself, and I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it. So I'll use gray for the color of the map, just to kind of delineate it from the white. And we're just going to go through and kind of like connect all these shapes and make it one big bucket fillable shape here. So we have, that way I'll have, I can delineate where the map is and where the characters are supposed to be. It's just for clarity's sake too. This way it's just a lot easier to determine what's actually going on in the scene. So yeah, there we go. So we've got the whole map in here, and we'll use a lighter shade. And you know, just for fun, we could throw in some areas of dark, of shadow. You know, we'll use a bigger brush for this. Just kind of paint in some darker areas, just to kind of like highlight what actually is going on with this thing. There we go. Just kind of just give it some visual interest here. There we go. I'll keep working on that. What's going on in the chat? Let's see here. Free67 had a quiet weekend. Just cold here still. 36, but at least sunny. Oh, that's awesome to hear. Let's see here. LOL, I missed the whole show fooling with the client. Don't worry about that. Let's see here. Let's just put some more shadows in here. Whoops. And I'm not really going by any actual definition of shadows. I'm just kind of like going through and half guessing where I think a shadow would be. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Oh, come on. Somehow I had object drawing mode turn on. There we go. All right, so we've got our map in here, and we can actually now turn it white, and let's make our shadow areas a lighter color. There we go. And let's take out the screen. Okay, so that kind of works. Let's really delineate these lines a little bit more. Like I said, this would be definitely the job of a background designer. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and do that. All right. I don't know. I'm thinking let's change this and make it just a little bit darker, just because it was still hard to delineate where the characters and where the map was. And I've still got the same problem with Marfa and Sephi. Maybe I'll take this and bump it up a little bit, or maybe I'll resize it. Just want to make sure I get that staging right, and I just want to make sure that Marfa and Sephi are nice and clear about where they are. All right, there we go. So Marfa's down there, and she's reading it. And let's go ahead and group all Marfa, and let's delineate her from the background with white. Yeah, when I go in and I'll have to go in and do a pass at this and really clean it up, because it's still super rough, and I want it to be extra clear about what's going on. And it could be clearer, but that'll work. So this gets bigger, and then they cut, and then this is where Marfa is going to be. The whole idea for this scene is Marfa's saying like, "Well, we could be here, or we're here, poke, and we need to go here, boip," and it like a little poke comes out from somewhere else on the map. So what I'm gonna do is let's take our space background and let's make it the actual background. I'll put it on the background layer, and then let's delete this layer. And so here is where there'll be a poke. So let's do this. Let's do like what we did with the map, and let's make it the map like not white. That way we just know exactly what part is the map and what's the ship and what's the background. All right, so then now when Marfa pokes it, we're here, and we're gonna have the map get like poked, and it's gonna deform it, so it's gonna like poke. We're here. We're here. And we're here. Poke. Poke. And we need to go here. And then there'll be like a poke down over here. So then poke. And I hope those are clear. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make the whole ship bigger, just so that those pokes are so tiny. I want them to stand out. So let's make the ship bigger here. Oh, come on. Okay, so we get poke here, and we go here. Excuse me. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Not what's going on in the chat here. Let's see here. Silly client 367 says clear. Silly client tricks are for kids. Oh, Cartoon's bringing out the doof sticker. Oh my goodness, that's an old one. That's the old doof sticker. Still good. If you want to get the doof sticker, if you want to get the doof emote, just become a subscriber. Although, to be honest, I have not really been caring about subscribers and anything on this channel. But if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. But if not, it's no big deal. A lot of this stuff is just, to be honest, a lot of this information I love to just share because it's like, I don't know, it's just good information. And like I said, I like getting this motivation from doing this fun work, and streaming helps me do that. So don't worry about it. But if you want to subscribe, go for it. All right, so we got poke, and then what is the next part of the sequence? We're getting pretty good here. Simple, we just need to go that way. And she does her that way. All right. So poke here and there. I think that's where we should cut. We don't let it. I'm not gonna have it cut back to the ship or anything. Let's just have it cut right there. So boink, boink, cut, and then let's go. Just need to go from. Let's. This is super simple. We just need to go from here to there. And then the next shot, and I think I'll just get this sequence started because I'm about at my hour limit here, and we'll get this scene in here just to have a nice cut. So let's do the background here, and we've got. What's it look like again? So we've got our map filled room. So let's draw that. So we got. Just a jumble of folded up interstellar galactic map here. I'm just gonna draw it kind of like all over the place here. Like the ship is more map than ship now. I think the difficulty when we finally start making this thing is to make sure that, because right now I'm just indicating the map with just kind of like folded lines of paper, and I think the difficulty will be to make this look like it's a folded map of the galaxy and not just, I don't know, a bunch of crisscrossing lines. And I think we got to make sure that um, that's clear, that is a map. That'll be definitely a fun task for when the background gets going on this. But I think that'll be fun. That will be a fun challenge, either if I do it or if we get a friend. Or, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm just focused on the story and what I want to have happen. So there's our map, and I'm going to put a screen over it just so that we can delineate it from the rest of the characters here. So let's put a screen that's got higher opacity than that. There you go. Okay. So there's the map, and then we're gonna have Marfa and Sephi. So here's Marfa, and here's Sephi. Let's get a good pose for Sephi here. What do I have in my rough? So I don't want to. Let's not make this hard for me. Oh, did I close my rough? I didn't close it, did I? Oh my goodness, I did. Well, that was silly of me. Nope, here it is. Why didn't it come up? Alright, okay, so she's just like here. So let's just have. just have her. Oh, come on. I swear this computer is telling me that it's like, haha, I'm not gonna work for you. So here's Marfa, here's Sephi. And Marfa's got the map. And then she'll deliver her lines. So there we go. Let's just put some white behind these characters so that they show up behind, in front of that massive map in the background there. There we go. And then I believe I had an overlay planned of the map, because it's supposed to be, the map is just all over the ship. So we're going to have just pieces of it stringing all around them. What? Where did I not close this? Oh, up here. There we go. All right, there we go. So this is what we got so far on our board. So, oh, let's turn on the camera. That's a good thing. So here we go. So we play. We've got space. Here comes the satellite, and I want to have the ship rocking back and forth, and then that'll lead to her slamming the ship and pressing all the buttons. And God, why isn't this thing working? Oh, we got to update our operating system. What? Well, we can't go anywhere. And Marfa has her jokes, and oh, don't worry, we've got the map. This Thomas guy thing's getting everywhere. I found out in no time. She opens it up, and pop, pop, fold, 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 and the thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually we're just at peak giant map. And actually, let's hold on this scene for just a good long while. And actually, you know what? As I'm going through this, I know I called out for this scene, but I kind of like it just cutting to this. Like, how does that look? Let's take this out. And how does that look? Fold, 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 fold. And then we're there. I don't know. I gotta think that through. I gotta really think that through. I'm gonna put that scene with Marfa back in there, or with Sephi back in. And I gotta rethink this through. I gotta look at this again. But I'm liking what's going on so far. This is getting pretty good. So I think I'm gonna call it a day right here, guys. Let me just quickly go back over what's going on in the chat. Keratin says the computer is out to get me. Sometimes I think it is. It's this stupid keyboard. Really, I want it. The buttons they just want to stop working for me. I'm really determining that the keyboard is the source of a lot of my problems with this computer. Let's see here. Free67 says kids are the same way. Free67 says we have our first Christmas party tonight. Oh, that sounds like fun. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming today. Yeah, I'll keep working on this tomorrow. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be streaming. If you're not following me on my Instagram, I'm at Bill_Drastel, or just look up Bill Drastel. I think I'm the only one on Instagram. So check me out there. I usually post, try to post about an hour before I'm streaming. Then when I'm streaming. If you're missing my streams, I'm posting them up on my YouTube channel. There's a link in the description. And yeah, I'll keep having fun with this. I think we've got some good jokes here. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming by today, and have a good one. Bye-bye.